You are the problem to society. Most people, I've seen it in their lives. It's two ways that most people live. One, people go against the system, which usually means they go off grid and you never see them again. And it's all about themselves, whether they go completely off grid or not. And while that is a great revolt and there's nothing wrong with that, let me explain the second choice. The second choice is just to fall in the heat and to go where all the sheep are going, or AKA the rat race, if we need another word, and do what everybody else is doing, which is basically a 9 to 5 working paycheck to paycheck and barely getting by, have no time to spend with family and friends, lose your family to diseases and friends, maybe to addictions too. And not only that, but just lose your friends in general, whether you have time to even hang out with them. Because chances are, if you have a family and you have to work full time, more so have kids, and if you're selfish, quote unquote, there's no time to do anything at all. So you are the problem to society, because we need people not to go run. We need people to stand up and actually put efforts, put something back in to actually go do something. Only a few people actually do this. And again, what it all really comes down to is people being weak-willed. That can be kind of accompanied by unacknowledgement or not having the knowledge. Suppressing the knowledge could be in there too. Not having it, being suppressed, one of the reasons. That's why they say ignorance is a bliss, but to some degree it's true, but yeah. Or it's the other route. People are just too selfish, so they have a weak will, or they're too selfish. What does a selfish person ever do? I can tell you something. I can tell you something. Anybody who's selfish is gonna not be happy in the afterlife. They're gonna come back and live another life. Because it's when you help other people and fight for the betterment, so to speak, of society, when you serve, try to provide something better, that's when these people get renowned and quote unquote live their best life. They pretty much want you to ostracize, and they do ostracize us from the herd, so you go live off grid, or maybe you are a famous comedian or football player, that gets a mansion. You have a huge mansion with all this money, you're not even in it most of the time. Having a building like that when there's people starving on the street and all these other turmoils that are going on in life. I mean, it just would be so cheesy. If you catch my drift. So technically you are the problem of society. Obviously, I'm not talking to like young teenagers and kids, because they're still growing up, let alone they're getting looped in the net. That's all I have to say for this video.